Starting in 5 seconds. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Sir, I would like to thank you for the observations made right at the very beginning, where the members have been reminded of limiting their debate within certain rules and to confine themselves to the relevant subjects. I feel that has greatly helped us. There has been a saving in time, and that has had a very good effect. Sir, with your indulgence, if I go back, I thought when we ring out the old and ring in the new, we start the new year with happier thoughts, more optimistic tone, and better ways of cooperating and working together. I thought that the year that has passed by with all adverse comments and things which are really affecting the economy, inflation and condition of the country, inflation and conditions of the country to some extent was a thing of the past, and we were starting a new era with a more optimistic note and a greater confidence, and also with a greater spirit of participation and coordination. My honorable friend, who I think is not only a great mathematician but also an economist, because some years ago he presented an alternative budget, if I am not mistaken, said that we enforced emergency only to continue in power. I live to his wisdom, and he also said that we were deliberately misleading the House. He further said that we were suffering from many delays and many deficiencies and various other things. Certainly, we do realize that there are many things which have to be improved. We also realize that there is a growth scope for economy we also need for improvement. At the same time, I certainly would beg of the honorable member there, who is a very learned member too, that we have no intention of ever misleading the House. We never did it in the past, nor do we intend to do in the future. I do hope that he has the eyes not only to see and ears not only to hear, but at the same time he will cast his net a bit wider and see the things which have improved the economy and created a better country for him and for us, which will have an effect not only here but also abroad. With these few remarks in the beginning, I would like to refer to some of the demands which have been made. My friend raised certain specific points about dearness allowance. Of course, 5 installments of dearness allowance have been sanctioned, and it is true that demands have also been made for the sixth one. I would like to assure him and through him others that the demand for this additional dearness allowance has been received by the government, and it is under consideration, and when we consider it we will have to take into account the overall budgetary position and resource mobilization, but certainly it is under the consideration of the government, and the government is not in any way less concerned than any other party or section of the house. The same applies to pensioners. It is true that 4 installments of additional dearness allowance to pensioners are due, and this is also under our consideration. But I would like to remind the House that each additional installment of DA cost the exchequer something, and costing the exchequer means costing the poor society at large. It will be rupees 47 or 50 crores for each installment of additional dearness allowance, plus what will be costing for pensioners. Therefore, it is quite a substantial sum, and therefore, when the budget is placed before the House, all these things will be taken into consideration, and even now these are under the active consideration of the government. Second thing is about the plant which was referred to by the honorable member. I think this is one of those plants of which we really have to be very happy, because this is one of those items through which we shall be earning a lot of foreign exchange, and it is not the quantum of the foreign exchange alone involved. There is the modern technology, the sophisticated technology. We will be gaining the future market. I think we have to take into consideration all these things in capturing the foreign market and keeping an overall view of things which will be required in future, and combining that along with the foreign exchange. I think this is one of the items to which the honorable member will not object, and I think he should welcome it. The other point is about the textile mills. It is true, and also, as the honorable members are aware, the National Textile Corporation was set up to go into the question of how to rehabilitate or modernize these sick mills, which have a large employment potential. Also, all these matters were taken up with the Prime Minister, and I think this has also been considered in all its aspects by Commerce Ministry. Stop.